Trying something new right now. I'm doing a live game review of Ghost of Tsushima. Part of this is mostly because I don't have too much time editing for the actual episode, but also just trying to do something new, something fresh. I don't see a lot of people do an actual game review live that often. You know, there's lots of Let's Plays and such, but I'd like to tell you a lot about what I think about the game and what I plan on writing down and reviewing. So I'm playing this a little bit here, so forgive me if I do get a little bit distracted. I guess that's part of why, yeah, you say exactly. I guess that's part of why reviews are pre-recorded, so you don't get so distracted on it. But hey, it's experimental, just trying out some shit. God damn. Nope, that ain't it. Come on. There we go. I'm embarrassing myself right now. Alright, so first of all, playing this game for 3 days now since the release on Friday. Played it super early morning on Friday. Just downloaded it digital, and as you can see, this freaking map is huge here. Lots to do, lots to see. You can find foxes that'll lead you to some spots where they give you upgrades, basically shrines that give you certain items and charms. Some of them are actually really useful. What else we got here? Of course, camps. There are Mongol spots here. They, like, you know, outposts that you need to kind of take over again, and it'll kind of reveal a little bit more of the map as well, kind of Far Cry style in a way. And that's just a little idea of the map. With the journal is basically your missions, so these are your story missions over here. These are more of your side missions over here. Some of them are actually really interesting because of there's a lot of character development, especially like this guy over here, Kenji. He's something else. A lot of these guys have their own backstory, and you get to live through their struggles during this invasion of the Mongols. And then the mythic tales are these badass stories, these mythical tales basically, that you hear from these musicians, and they tell you about for example, a mystic bow, a legendary bow that is badass, and it was lost for all time. So you go in looking for it, and you end up fighting some pretty cool guys, some cool duels. This is my guy here. I always like hiding my face in my mask, but you can kind of outfit him however you'd like. Yeah, there you go. And there's lots of different masks and stuff here. Of course, I haven't gotten them all. I'm only in Act 2, but I've been playing a lot of side missions, leveling up my guy pretty well. So the stat changing, depending on what type of character you want, is all dependent on how you put your armor here. So your armors are those things here, like for example the Ronin attire, so I get 30% increase in melee damage just because I haven't fully upgraded it already. Same thing with the Samurai Clan armor, I haven't fully upgraded, so it reduces all damage by a major amount. I get a massive increase in health. I take damage. Taking damage grants 30% resolve, so the resolve develops even when I get hit. So yeah, so you got that, and then you got your weapons. You have a half bow. The long bow is that legendary bow that I was telling you about. It's a pretty cool event that happens. And then let me see, and you got the sticky bomb, you got your smoke bomb. Smoke bomb's pretty cool. You can blind your guys and escape, or you can assassinate them because they can't see you. So it's like they're quick kills, quick easy kills you could do. Aside from that, that is the menu. I'd like to actually talk about a bit about the downsides to this game, the cons to this game. Just fast travel over here. Fast travel, by the way, is super fast. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why more games are like this when it comes to the loading screens. See that? It's like I'm on the PS5 already. Yeah, so the cons of this game, there's quite a few of them that I want to point out, and the reason why I want to get those out of the way first is because the game is good. It's an amazing game, and I don't want to leave the end on a sour note, basically. So when it comes to the cons of the game, the intro itself in the beginning, it happens super fast. Like, there's no backstory, there's not much going on. You just straight up know that there's an invasion, you go into war, which that was pretty cool itself. But tutorial is very sparse. You kind of learn everything as you play throughout the game, and I even learned some things on my own before I even got to the tutorials, while you organically get through the story mode. Since I got so sidetracked very often, I didn't play much to story mode, so I upgraded a lot of stuff. Here's a little foxy. There we go. Hello. Where am I going? Come on. So it happens really fast. Tutorial wise in general, aside from that point, the game doesn't hold your hand. It teaches you these things and kind of just throws you into it little by little as you're developing. It's nothing too bad where it's unplayable. There's not a steep learning curve to it. It's just it's different with the way it treats you when it comes to how it teaches you things. There you go. So we got a little shrine here. Thank you. I just need one more. I'm about to unlock my last minor charm slot, and I probably missed that. Yep. It reminds me kind of like Red Dead Redemption. I could like cross a river or a mountain or something, and then my horse will still be right behind me no matter what. So you see the little yellow parts right there, those are my resolve, so those fill up in order for me to heal and to use any special moves. Let's see, so another thing I wanted to mention is his facial features, his animation, his demeanor. He's not a very interesting character. The character animation itself, he's really one-dimensional aside from his little backstory about his father and him as a child. There's not much emotion to him. There's really not much going on with him. A lot of the side characters and the story characters are... Oh, there's a little standoff here. Check this out here. I got a little standoff. I unlocked this thing where I stand off with them and I can kill 3 people at once, or one after the other, if I don't fail. And whoops. And that's it. So yeah, the side characters are actually a lot more interesting than he is. So it actually it's somewhat of a positive note to it, because it really makes you want to go and do those side missions and learn more about these characters and their background and their tragedies and the things they're going through right now, before and after this Mongol invasion. When it comes to the facial animations, again, as you notice here, I'm playing the game in English, and I'm doing that mostly because I was playing in Japanese with the subtitles originally, and for some strange reason the lip syncing or the models aren't in sync with the animations, or sorry, with the audio. It was really jarring how off the lips were compared to the actual dialogue. So I switched to English, and it actually matches a bit better. I don't understand that. I guess they recorded everything originally in English first and then added the Japanese dialogue afterwards. I mean, Sucker Punch is an American developer, so I guess that's the way they went about it first instead of the other way around, which is fine, but it bothered me a bit. It may not bother you, but it was something to keep in mind. It was just a bit weird. The weather transitions themselves, the weather itself is awesome. There's a lot of different weather patterns, rain, snow, there's wind, there's just everything you could think of normally. My only downside to this is really strange. Breath of the Wild, they have a really interesting weather system, and everything tends to very slowly develop, whereas here I've noticed that weather patterns change very dramatically, really quickly. Again, it's just a little thing, not a big deal, but it was something that I noticed that was a bit weird for a game that's trying to be as realistic as possible, as grounded as possible. It was a little strange for me to be running around like this right now, and then all of a sudden a storm just comes out of nowhere and rain just pours everywhere, or night falls and I didn't even notice the sun going down in the first place. Be prepared for a lot of walking. There's a lot of horseback riding, of course, with an open world game. Let's go fast travel back here. With an open world game like this, of course, you're going to be traveling a lot of horseback riding. It's kind of cool that when you pick your horse, you can pick the color of your horse and you can name your horse, so it's kind of nice to do a little bit bonding with them. And of course you can call them right there. Yeah, and he talks to his horse too. He actually, he thanks it, he pets it, he does a lot of things with it. He bonds with his horse, and it's really nice. The horse can't die. The horse can't really get hurt, although he can get hit and then kind of knock you off. As you can see with this thing here will give me a wardrobe item. And what he does is he's meditating, and he creates a haiku that you can create yourself, actually. And on the item menu itself, on the text, you can see the haiku that you wrote. So let's pick out something right now. Hidden respite. Follow the breeze. Let's do following the breeze. Headband of Peace. So again, the hats, the masks, those don't change your stats at all, so they're purely cosmetic. So just have fun with them. Not a lot of them are very interesting looking when it comes to headbands. They're just different colors, really. Sometimes they'll match. Oh, I got a white one though. That's actually pretty nice. I like that one. So, alright, one of the biggest things, we got a Mongol thing here I could unlock. Let's do that. One of the biggest things about this game that I cannot look past, that I cannot let Sucker Punch get away with it. You cannot skip any cutscenes. And you can't skip any dialogue, you can't skip any cutscenes, you can't skip anything that's going on in this game. It's incredible to me that they either overlooked this or did this on purpose so you can immerse yourself some more or something, but in this day and age, you should be able to skip everything that you can, mostly for replayability purposes. If I wanted to play this game again, I do not want to go through all this dialogue again, and they're actually making me not want to play this game again after this one playthrough. So I really hope that they send a patch in for you to skip the cutscenes, because this is one big thing that you just do not overlook or ignore. Let's do the Mongol invasion. Kill him. So I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive and see how it turns out here. As you can see, I can switch stances. I'm in front of a big, oh no, not a big guy. I'm in front of a spear guy right now, so it's better to fight some spear guys. And this guy gets scared. They get scared easily. Oh, you motherfucker. Get over here. Alright, come on. Come on, come on. So usually in these encampments and stuff, you can, they give you different objectives to do, so that way you can free the people. Did I already do it? Nope. Oh, here it is. So let's do a little bit of stealth as well. Mind you, I'm not perfect with this. Let's see how it works out. Oh, this is a leader. Yeah, you can't stealth kill them all the way. So these big guys got his own stance too. Come on. If you guys want, I can show you a smoke bomb. Ooh. Maybe you could be badass and put away your sword. So I'm not so great with the stealth right now. Pick up some stuff. Who else is left? Somebody up here. Two people up there. Am I missing anybody? There we go. Oh, you're not a... okay. You were about to die. I guess jumping the gun a little bit here. I kind of missed out on a bunch of enemies I should have killed already. Anyways, do it. And there we go. So that's me ranking up. Now they call me the Invention Guardian. They usually up your stats in some way. They max resolve, they raise your health. They'll sometimes give you some things or some points, depending on what it is. So as you can see in this game, oh, they gave me a, oh nice. Cool. So I got like one of those like major terms. They have high stat bonuses and such for those, but you only get 2 slots that you can put them into. As I was saying, the sword fighting here is brutal. It's fast. It's violent. You really want to take advantage of every stance that you get. Each stance can break that specific type of enemy's guard. And trust me, it benefits you greatly to break them. Not only just to scare off some couple and to stagger them, but also you have some stat bonuses that if you have equipped, staggering enemies will give you more respite or health or whatever it may be. That helps out a lot. There we go. See? Now it's gone. Alright, I got something here. Alright. So this game actually has the best use for the touchpad that I've ever seen. Touchpads usually feel really gimmicky, but in this game it actually really feels like additional buttons in the game that are really useful. So if I swipe up, I can summon the wind, so it'll tell me where to go. So just go in that direction and it'll tell you where to go. As you saw before, I can take out my sword, I could put back my sword, I could bow to things, and supposedly you can bow down to different things and certain things will happen depending on where you do it. Like for example, I bowed down to this like this medium-sized frog statue, and a million frogs just started jumping around in the area. There was one where I got this, oh man, what was it that I got? I was doing a mythic quest and it was thundering, and I bowed down to the guy's sword on his grave, and thunder just shot down right onto the sword in front of me. It was pretty cool. Where's this at? And then to swipe left, I can play music. And I am not sure what the music does yet exactly, but apparently you can get different songs, so it does different effects. When it comes to the resource collecting is actually really easy and really quick. You don't have to like stop every single time to pick something up. He'll pick it up immediately. If you see it, you just get as close as you can and just hit the R2 button and it should be a piece of cake. And that's on horseback and everything, so it's actually really quick. It's really easy. It's just allowing you, I think I just lost my spot. It's really allowing you to just get into the game, get into the fighting and the important parts of the game. So here's an example right here. Just snatch and done. Oh, is that a bear? Yep, that's a bear. Oh, it's not a bear. Where'd the bear go? There you go. Did I kill him? Guess I did. So you upgrade your gear with pretty much everything that you collect. Supplies itself, that's the currency. So that's your coin, that's your money, that's how you buy some things from certain merchants. Other people, they just... I'm still going away. I'm not paying attention. Oh, this was what I was looking for. So this is a skin for your sword, he sticks with the same sword. So whenever you guys are able to upgrade your sword, don't save your resources thinking you're gonna get new swords, new weapons. He sticks with the same sword. This is his father's sword, so he's gonna upgrade it, so you can see here. But you can change the look. So go in, and I just picked one of these things up. Again, boost darkness. So this is another one here that I just picked up. This is ugly. Let's stick with the white one. The white one is pretty cool. So this game overall, it's freaking amazing. You can see how beautiful it is, how colorful it is. There's so much living in this world that it's really hard not to put down. I find myself just give me 5 more minutes, give me 5 more minutes. I just want to play 10 more minutes and end up getting caught up with some more stuff. I'll show you guys another thing here if I can find a really good spot to really do it. I think I see an open field right there, actually perfect place. And I'm gonna get distracted with some guys here. Here we go. Again, back, where were we? So you see little details here, like freaking blood everywhere on me. You can roll in the mud and there's mud on him. You can get wet and his whole outfit is wet. He does this thing here. I wonder if he does it right now. Probably not. But Sucker Punch is not Sucker Punch without putting a photo mode. Look how beautiful that is. So the photo mode itself is very in-depth. You could put in your logo here for the game. You can put in a letterbox here. You can show his face or not. And like I said about his facial features, it's not very emotive, really. That's whistling? That's whistling. Okay. Anyways. Aside from that, you can stop the animation. You can change the weather, which I love. This is amazing here. Thunderstorm's pretty cool. And you can set the time of day. So if you want yourself taking a picture with yourself on a sunrise or a sunset, you could do it. Let's see if I can get actually clear weather. Let's get ourselves a little sunset. Or sunrise, I should say, sorry. Yeah, so you can actually see the sun. Look at that. So you can mess around with the clouds as well, how many clouds you want. You could put particle effects as well. You could put, let's say, cherry blossoms, some fireflies on here. Dragonflies, which, I don't know, just looks actually kind of annoying to me. The cherry blossoms though. Beautiful. You can focus on certain things. You can focus on the foreground, the background, however you like, depth of field. You can put it as blurry as you want there. And then right back to where we are. Smooth, seamless, no loading. It's amazing. So the story itself is actually pretty good. I mentioned that his backstory is not that interesting. You know, his father. I'm not going to mention too much. His little bowing spot here. Maybe I don't know if I did this already. I think I did do this one. Yeah, I did. But aside from that, man, what was I mentioning here? Yeah, so he's a hardcore samurai. He comes from a samurai family, and there are, now that the Mongols are invading, he's drastically changing his view on things. He's trying to fight, I guess unfairly, if you would say, dishonorably, just so he can save his uncle and save the island. So all this assassination stuff is against his code, is frowned upon, and when he does his first stealth kill, he gets these flashbacks. Let's just run away here. He gets these flashbacks of just his uncle talking to him, telling him about this code that he has to abide by, and he's kind of conflicted within himself as to, should he really be doing this? Should he really be killing people, you know, slitting people's throats, stabbing them in the back, doing all these things? And there's even some random times where I've done some stealth kills on my own, not story-wise, just regular fighting, and he continued with these flashbacks of whether he should be doing this or not. Like, his uncle still talking to him from... Ooh. Oh, goddamn. So his uncle's still talking to him about honor and everything, so he's very much like unsure of whether what he's doing is right or not. And I find that really interesting, the way they kind of did that during regular gameplay, not just part of the story. So this is pretty cool too, is you do these little side missions, these things that you just run into in the road, and you can talk to some of these people. Some of these people will give you some things, some items, some resources, some money, whatever it may be, but they also give you missions, side missions, some extra missions, and these missions give you a little bit more legendary increase. Sometimes they give you charms, sometimes they give you resources, just little things. I do it mostly for the legend increase more than the resources, because the resources you can find anywhere and everywhere. Some of them will give you items. These don't right now. So I'm trying to avoid doing story mode, so that way it doesn't have any spoilers for you guys. I'm trying not to. Oh, is this haven't done this shrine yet. So these shrines give you some major charms that give you high stat bonuses when equipped. And you, like I said, you only get 2 of them that you can equip. These 2, like these I got. Killing enemies restore a moderate amount of health. Landing a headshot has a 40% chance to return an arrow. And these are the minor ones. So I'm one more Fox Shrine short of unlocking this final one here. And as for my techniques, I unlocked all of these so far. So I would always suggest, I would always suggest unlocking all of deflection first. It's really, really important to deflect and parry and dodge. So deflection I did first, and then I was halfway through evasion before I started straying away and doing the ghost stuff. So I would honestly do reflection and evasion first. before anything else. And let's step up to the shrine. I think it's this way. Oh, actually, since it's the same direction, let's just do this first. Okay, I'm lazy. Come here, Nobu. I named my horse Nobu, and I picked white because it's Ghost of Tsushima, so I figured that'd be appropriate. And slash. You dead. Where's it going? Here's what I'm talking about. You get so distracted. Hey, Nobu. Another thing I should mention, I really hope they patch this. You know, the game is only 3 days in, so of course there's gonna be some bugs, and I found one of them that I actually looked up and people are having trouble with, and that's crawling into crawl spaces. Really? Oh, okay. No, I can't jump from there. So crawling into crawl spaces, there's a glitch where you can crawl in and you can't crawl out. I find myself getting stuck a couple times. There's only like these little sweet spots where it lets you get out, and that's if you're lucky that you get a sweet spot. So I have to save my game, exit, come back out, and then the game will let me crawl in and out of those crawl spaces a lot more easier again. But every now and then the glitch will come back. So that's what I would recommend you could do until they patch things up. Just save your game, because you're not going to get stuck in there completely. Just save it, load back up the checkpoint. Well, sorry, close the game down and then load back up the checkpoint, so that way the glitch will just reset itself. These are the hot springs. These will increase your health. That's a butt. I'm going to reflect on the Mongol invaders, of course. Pretty cool. We're going back to this again. So, as I was saying, the game is amazing. Get this game. If you love open world games, get it. In a sense, it's a bit generic in a good way. It's very formulaic as to, oh, this is the frog thing that I bowed down to. Very formulaic. There it is. See? To any other type of open world game that's been out there before, except you really feel like a badass samurai when you play this game. So the stealth aspect of things is really nice, but it's nothing different. It's not something that hasn't been done before. So the samurai aspect, the blocking, the swiping, and all the blood, and that whole stuff is... oh, here it goes. Let me see if the glitch shows up. It's probably the best part of the game. And this is what I'm talking about. Here we go. See? Oh my god. That would have sucked if the glitch showed up again. I would have ended it right there. Also, another thing, aside from that jump thing was my fault because I didn't roll afterwards. But the platforming itself is a little wonky as well. The jumping part is really weird. He kind of decides when he wants to like jump and shimmy and like just grab on ledges, certain things, and he rolls off sometimes off these ledges whenever he wants to, even though he's supposed to stop at each edge until you decide to jump off. I don't know, it's just a little bit weird for me. They could have done a little bit better with the, which way should I go? Yeah, I could go back up. They should have done a little bit better with the platforming. See, for example, like I have to jump. I have to jump to get off this spot here, for example. And if I over jump, then I just screw myself, and I could have probably killed myself if I over jump. I don't need to go there, I need to go back up. Flowers are another form of currency for merchants. So you can buy, hello? So you can buy masks and hats. Yeah, masks and hats and stuff. No grappling spot here. There is a grappling hook attachment that you get before the end of Act 1. I can't jump that. Where do I go? I guess I do go over there. Yeah, I guess I was supposed to go down. Ooh, that scared the shit out of me. I don't know if this is the right way. If we can hear that. Okay. There's a lot of jumping here. So these shrines are all pretty much jumping puzzles. They're all different in unique ways. Did I just go in circles? I think I just went in circles. I did not go in circles. So you guys just watch me do a shrine here, basically. Before I end this, there's a flower hiding. Beautiful game. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. That island over there, you end up going there at some point. I'm not going to say why. But that place is just as beautiful. I hope I don't kill myself here. So guys, enjoy yourselves with this game. It has its faults, overlook those, because this game is beautiful. It plays very well, at least the sword fighting aspect of things. Story is great. Just Sucker Punch, you guys did an awesome job with this game. Congratulations. I already can't wait for a sequel or for whatever your next project is going to be.